Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League. Guess what? You got Palidore here. I'm kind of happy and sorry to say. It's been so long. Much too long. But here I am. Here we are. We've got Scarlet Snarlers. We've got Kronos. And you even have me on cams. There you go. We got it. Getting ready for venues in a little bit. But, you know, wanted to cast this game here because aside of the fact that I haven't been able to cast EU much, we've got Ollie. Also, one of our great casters who's been doing a lot of work here in EU. And then after this, we also had a master match I did, in fact, notice between Intoxicated and my memory already failed me. Jeez. Hellbent! That's right. Goldfish brain sometimes. You wouldn't think I am supposed to remember things for a job. But that said... Oh boy. That said, I'm here. You're here. A lot of people are here already. Raichu Surfs. Quinton. Kit. Catastrophe. Hey, Kit. Watch your DMs a little bit later. Got something. Casting related. Let's see. Nadash as well. Got Amy Cecilia, T-Wolfo, Wonder T-Man, Raichu Surfs. Yeah, everyone stopping by. Hey! It's Bad Internet. Bad Internet messaged me just the other day asking Pally, over on TikTok of all places, do you do EU games anymore? And I said, alas, I have not, because my sleep has been screwy. And that's right, part of the reason I haven't been doing NA games as of late, or any games as of late, you might have noticed my absence on cast, is because I've been trying to fix my schedule. All-nighter after all-nighter, just to get my head on straight so I could actually cast more EU games. That's right, I'm hardcore. But so are we, here on VRML, so getting it done. I'm actually there. It took a week and a half, but my schedule is just about good, I think. It's been tough. It's been tough. I've lost many friends along the way, but here we are. So yeah, I got this team here, Kronos. 3-person roster, yes, so they did lose a player, but they have Ollie stepping in to sub, so yeah. With that, what else am I missing? Oh yeah, you got the channel prediction polls up for the next minute 15 seconds, so you guys can vote on that. Of course, if you want to vote on a match, and then of course you can get some increased point totals. You can redeem those channel points, as you most likely know by now, for some extra streams or to play around with the casters, word games, stuff like that, you know. Yeah. Sorry, Kit. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But yes. So we do have the teams in the match here now. Taking a look at my stats. Kronos in here. Kind of a new roster, that said, coming in, but they've won all 3 of their matches thus far. Meanwhile, for Scarlet Snarlers over in the Gold Division, 9-12 in Gold, on a little bit of a slump. They had lost their last 4 matches after winning their last 4 matches prior, so kind of riding those waves up and down, as we do here. But hoping to break that streak today against what is a obviously hot on the rise roster. And hot on the eyes, it's Ollie saying hi to the Twitch stream just before we get started. So, alright, here we go, everybody. Thanks for joining me once again on Channel 1.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright. First launch on the way, so let's get it going, shall we? Dan Mack with a disc here, and will be rebounded by Sausage, but just missed it. Still has a rebound, though, to Nelson. Nelson, I'm down to 3. I rate that very high on the Nelson ratings. That's what they're called, right? Well, regardless, Pally rating says that was 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10 with Rice. Didn't think they were going to get that one through, and yet, here we are. 3 points advantage for Kronos to start it off. Now, fun fact, for those who might not be aware, aside of being Echo... You know, Lone Echo and Echo Arena themed kind of thing in general is a 3 just off the mark. Now rebounded into the backboard shot, but Kronos, name of that faded patch way back in the day of Echo Arena. That changed the joust, among other things, as Sausage. They're jousting right there for their next set of points. Kronos up twice now on the scoreboard. 5-point total. Only 18 seconds off the clock that time around. Now, Raichu in the chat asking Echo Arena VRML, whoever that is. But I could answer that question for you, maybe. That's yeah. I thought I already slotted in the venue slot for that, but Yeah, if you change that match, it will be streamed indeed in venues later on. A couple hours from now, a Sausage! Wow! The Power Hour in the Powerhouse. Sausage gets the 16-meter goal, 17 meters a second. Works for me. Smart, small killer. Asking what's up with Eclipse? What year is it? What's up with Eclipse? I don't know. Currently retired. I mean, one member currently playing some more pro esports and iShiny. Can't remember what team he's on currently. Right now, though, Nelson getting another set of points. Got Sibian, who's over in Texas in healthcare and definitely been busy the last year, suffice to say. But love us some Sim, and then again, maybe I should be bringing up these names on an EU stream. I'm gonna get jumped. Lemming, of course, has a Gorilla Tag out. The lone developer there for Gorilla Tag, and that's been super popular on Steam. And then you got me, casting. So I guess that's what's up with Eclipse. But right now, what's up on the scoreboard is 10 points for Kronos. Scarlet Snarlers here trying to get their first offense in, and it'll be Baba Booey. Over through that right lane, actually, as it will be cleared nonetheless. So getting back on the defense for Scarlet. We've got Owen and Young, as well as Baba, and then Ryu. So seeing if they can get some, put up some fight, much like Ryu. Or Raichu. But Sausage here with a disc, trying to evade, but nice stun there from Ryu. Or wait, is it Ryu? How do I get around that without offending Street Fighter fans? I never remember. Nelson there, though, with a disc, sending it down below to Dan Mac. Dan Mac off the back. The Dan back. Now will be picked up, though, at the wedge by Nelson. Nelson finding Ollie. Ollie with a very nice pass, but soft on the shot and a great save coming from Owen, saying, I owe you. Maybe some points if they can get this going. So deep into the blue end of the floor, trying to gather their stacks there in the tunnel, but just not enough time. Will be Kronos taking the advantage on the recovery with a lot of time to spare, but fast on the re-approach. All four players getting back into the bubble. Now for Scarlet here. So all the meanwhile, it's going to be sent into the blue. Once again, Sausage with a recovery. You can see well prepped on the stacks. They have Ollie as well on the back pass. So Ollie coming in, again, kind of as a substitute, trying to commandeer a backline roll there at that particular juncture, just directing the traffic until they could forward themselves up for the 13th point. Sausage does it again.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8,
Smart in the chat there saying need Eclipse to gather back and beat Joker.
3,
What year is it again? Last time Eclipse saw Joker, it was kind of the other way around, I'm afraid to say. But Sausage here with a disc and finding the three-point shot. That's back to back to back for the Sausagey one. Or something like that.
11, 10, 9,
Regardless, this is some meaty scoring we're seeing on the board now. Wow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So, all right, we'll be Owen here with a disc launching out. There's still, I mean, half of this match to go. Obviously, very heavily in the favor of Kronos at the moment, who, again, is a newer team by roster. This is only their 4th match thus far, and, you know, they've had some great success, those 3 wins in a row, coming up against Scarlet here, and Scarlet now trying to tee off on the defense if they can, defending those divers. Be rebounded there by Ollie. Ollie with a underhanded move, just passing it over to Nelson, but missing that one. The good defense from Young at the shoulder. In the midfield as well, you can see 2 defenders playing nice and aggressively, although getting a little bit lost here at the moment as it goes off the backboard. Ollie, the attack. And it will be 18 up on the score sheet. But you see, you know, the thing about Joker is, and it applies to any, you know, here in EU with Team Gravity, who are also the back-to-back champions in Europe across the seasons. I mean, the thing about dynasties with Echo and with any sport ever is one day they'll end eventually, and it'll just create new stories and new intrigue and new powerhouse teams of their own. You know, Eclipse was there once upon a time in the early Echo days, but nothing lasts forever. So it always adds excitement, though, right? Because for those returning champions in both EU and NA, those back-to-back champions. Of course, an OCE Leviathan being the championship team in their debut season. But as Ollie gets a shot here to end the round, the story goes. It's always about the new blood, you know, the up-and-comers, because I know people don't believe it now, but once upon a time, teams like Joker, they were not at the top. They didn't start anywhere near there, you know, but they built season after season in VRL as well as going into VRML, and suddenly now it looks like, you know, teams like them can't be beat, but it doesn't really account for history, which has shown that, yes, indeed, they actually can. You know, but building themselves up there, and it's always a story about who's next, you know, who's going to be the next Team Gravity, the next Leviathan, the next Joker. Which is to say, every team is unique in their own right, of course, don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. I'm just speaking in platitudes here, not attitude. First round, though, off of that win, a very strong one for Kronos, suffice to say. You can see there on the score screen, provided by IgniteVR.gg. Of course, you saw Ignite yesterday on streams on VRML 3, because we had all 3 channels rolling there in the NA prime times. We'll be seeing Ignite again tomorrow as well for venues. So that's some stuff, a lot of stuff. Meanwhile, you want to know what I got, chat? In case you're curious. Just trying it, I think maybe not the first time, only the second time of my life. Now granted, I grabbed this before I knew I was casting, so it's melting. But I do have butter pecan ice cream. I know it looks like soup, but it was ice cream before I started casting, believe me. I've only tried it once before, then I kind of forgot. We happened to have it in the freezer, so I decided to try. Man, it's good. Gotta say, it's good. But yeah, with that, we do have the intermission going on. I think maybe a roster switch, potentially. There's another player who hopped in on one of the teams here, Scarlet. I'm not sure if that's going to be a perma thing or there's a switch out, but whatever the case is, we may be facing a slightly longer intermission. But with that, I mean, 11 points for Sausage, one of the fully rostered members on this team. Again, Ollie coming in as a sub, 4 points. But yeah, Sausage with 11 and 3, as well as a couple steals. Yeah, Nelson with 5 points, 1 assist, 11 stuns. Dan contributing in a stun there for, you know, Scarlet's side just not able to really get it into the blue zone all too much. You had 1 save for Owen, 2 stuns. Babajor with the 10 stuns, and then 4 stuns for Ryu. What can I do? Young as well, contributing the 8 stuns. But you know, on the whole, just a flurry and a fury, a McFlurry even, not sponsored by, of course, coming in from Kronos against Scarlet. And yeah, next up too, we do indeed have Hellbent facing off against Intoxicated. Some very well familiar faces in the master tier there, and I know even you know, teammate for Bad Internet over there on Twitch once upon a connection ago. So yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great to view. Let me see, pull some of that stuff up for you quick. So yeah, that's be. And actually, are you gonna be playing Bad Internet or because I know part of the roster, the full roster, but and then Intoxicated as well, coming in. The Sundance and see, have I gotten to? Oh yeah, I did cast. Okay, so I did cast them on the first week. But it's been a long time otherwise, man, oh man. I was gonna say, good to see, you know, Sundance, you know, back here on a master team, and Archie, Finn, Winter, Spider, Strike, good stuff. Gotcha, okay, so you're not, won't be playing, but you'll certainly be watching and cheering. So, cool, good stuff. But yeah, actually, yeah, I remember that now, silly me for forgetting. Yeah, I remember, last season, of course. Last year, you know, Bad Internet. Again, having great games, late season performances, definitely for EU and across his various teams in these, you know, last couple seasons. And yeah, I remember when the season had ended, you know, came by, made a very generous donation, and then said that that's it for me, Pally. I'm retiring semi for now until I have to go. So I remember because of the money. Just kidding, because of course, cannot forget Bad Internet ever. But glad to be here on stream, and you know, streaming your team and former teammates, as well as rivals, whatever you want to call them. We're here to do it. All right, so second round about to start, and off without a hitch. It's going to be taken though by Owen. back into the trap as it gets cleared. You see Ryu there and Baba linked up and now splitting apart. One kind of assaulting the offense there, and now a take back by Ollie. Ollie's pretty well covered, going off the backboard. A nice recovery from Owen. Will snag it out of the goal just in time, and just as well find the clear. So that's going to go mid lane. Teams just jostling for position, for advantage. You can see both of them kind of ignoring the disc. All the meanwhile, it's going to enable Kronos time to recover. So very bothersome there on the approach.
It's headed back downfield.
Now, looks like maybe a disconnect. Hopefully coming back into it right there. So Babajor having some issues, but looks like now back engaged, so that's good for them. That said, that's great for Ollie and great for Kronos as they get their 3 points, but the first points of this second round going.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Kit saying there's apparently early OCE games. Cool. Yeah, you see them every now and then. Usually falls within NA primetime, I think, right? Because every once in a while, not often, not frequently, but you know, every now and then, yeah, I'll surprisingly see an OCE game just in the middle of NA. I'm like, oh, what a fun little Easter egg. But there it is, Ollie with a catch. Couldn't quite get the goal. Still might have a self rebound. No, actually snagged by Young. So that's gonna be sent up here to the top trench. Here's Ryu with the disc. Ryu trying to kickstart their offense if they can. But gotta be quick because that stack is there. A lovely pass and the finish. Owen, oh my. That is a 3-point tie. Scarlet Snarlers getting their first points. How about that?
10, 9, 8,
Depends, Multi. Who is your mom? Shout out Multi's mom. We love our mothers here in VR Master League. Even the one on Quackheads. Your mom. Once upon a time. That was a fun cast. But great job here, though, from Owen. Scarlet Snarlers, they get their first points on the board here now in the second round. Definitely happy for them to break that seal, and let's see if this turns into some momentum. I mean, there's a knocked loose disc and a behind-the-back attempt from Dan. Trying to go a little steezy, but not all too easy. Sending it nice and quickly, though, to Dan Mac. Ollie, what a pass that was. Tricky indeed. That was basically an Ollie. So Dan Mac puts them up now, 5 points to 3. Slight advantage, only a few minutes expired here in this match, or the second round of this match, that is to say.
2, 1. Here we go.
So Owen with the disc now, rolling up the floor slowly there. Again, hot off their first score just a minute ago. Seeing if they can do a little bit more of that here coming up. Sometimes, oftentimes, all you do need is, in fact, the first goal to go, and then you feel all kinds of better. You start feeling more comfortable. You don't have to worry about the pressure of, you know, when is that first score going to come? You know, you can finally calm it down and just rest a little bit easier, or at least play a little bit easier, right? That said, though, for Kronos, they've definitely been scoring in bunches and doing so here, maybe again, no, just being denied, slapped out of there by Baba, but unfortunately a recovery from Nelson. Nelson has a pass to Dan, has one to Sausage as well, opts for the Sausage pass, and one extra one, but another save, Owen. So Owen is starting to put together a lot of defensive snags and denials here. So wonderful defense, nice tap pass, but actually a little far beyond the reach. So important thing for Scarlet Snarlers here, seeing if they can turn that beautiful defense into some offense. Instead, though, causing some great offense, it's Nelson, 6-meter fling to bring them up to 7 points. That is dead center, just about.
11, 10,
And nice persistence being had from Kronos. Despite a few missed plays, stuck with it.
4, 3,
See you later, Raichu. In the chat and on cast, I suppose. Yeah. Have a good day. And yeah, we'll definitely try our best. I'll take a look at those schedules as soon as I'm able. Don't worry. But all right, so Owen with the disc again, trying to play it patiently here, which I like, you know. And this kind of situation, recognizing the fact that they've got a lot of time to expend, they don't have to rush anything per se. They're down by 5, but with 5 minutes, they can make that up definitely. As long as they prioritize, you know, high percentage plays if they can, and not rush things, which they were trying not to do there on the joust. But they will eventually lose it to Ollie. Ollie is going to send that right lane, bouncing in. That could even be a shot attempt, based on what we've seen plenty of this season. But we'll be snagged here by Sausage. Sausage, nice and easy. Just dip underneath the arms, 14 meters per second. Throwing in a little bit of a slow ball there, which in their own right can be confusing, especially when you're expecting a very aggressive shot.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so these teams now, seeing if they can make like a tomato and catch up for the side of Scarlet Snarlers. There will be Sausage, though, with another snag. Not a soggy one, Kit, but a snag, a grab. And definitely another brawl about to be had here as these teams kind of pile on each other and actually splitting off. And will be a lot of fast play, but it's really been to the advantage, it seems like, of Kronos. Every time these discs get loose, they're just getting a great number of attempts at it. Now following up with this pass, and unfortunately the ding. Great delivery, but just the finish not quite there. Nelson sends it to the sideline and up to Sausage up high. Look at that, though. Another denial and waving goodbye. It's Owen. Definitely putting the hurting on at the moment. But the thing that's been just painful, I guess, for Scarlet Snarlers is the fact that despite some fantastic defense we've seen, that's at least 3 saves, if not more, from Owen already, it's getting the offense going. So let's see if they can get that going. Instead, it's Ollie getting back in time in the bubble and able to at least slap it out of there into the midfield, where these players once more will contest each other. So not staying too long into the blue. And this might pave the way for another set of points. They've got some numbers, and Ollie has a delivery for 11-3 in round 2. What's up, Captain Wigglepants? Welcome, welcome. I think you were here earlier, but I just totally ignored you the first time. If I did, my apologies. And thanks, Wander. Oh, thanks. All right, so with that, Owen just jaywalking up the floor at this point. Owen, down, and Scarlet Snarlers down by a little bit. The thing is, they can't really afford at this point to be delaying as much as they are. I mean, 2.5 left, so they've got to make some moves, because otherwise I'm sure Kronos, they would be very, very happy to just sit there at the double diamond and not do a thing, unless the defense, or the offense rather, demands it. And, well, that said, turnover, that will be an open goal, but let's see, losing the disc and loosing the disc into for the 3. It's Nelson, 11 meters out, 14 meters a second, and it's in for now a double-digit advantage, 11 points on top of Scarlet Snarlers here.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, that's weird. I didn't miss your hydrate. Well, I did miss your hydrates, but I also didn't. It was weird. The word sinks were appearing in my redemption queue. The hydrates were not until I refreshed it for some reason. Well, I guess I have to go chug after this round ends, don't I? That said, though, Nelson with a clear out, but picked up by Owen. Owen's had some great defense. Owen, some more great defense, while on the offense at the same time. Is going to get the goal as a result. How about that? I mean, the interception, the ender move, the stun. So basically, I would call that self-defense in that sense. And then right into the goal. So Owen doing 3 different things to make those points happen. What a series of plays strung together by Owen. And Scarlet Snarlers now up into the board again, 5 points. So definitely, I mean, despite the fact, that with 1 minute it's going to be tough to come back for sure, but round to round difference has been palpable, right? 20-0 in round 1, 14-5 in round 2 so far. So holding Kronos to a lower scoring average, and all the meanwhile scoring at a higher rate for Scarlet Snarlers. So, I mean, that's twofold in terms of how much the round-around improvement has been. So, good to see that from them. Ollie, though, with some clever and crafty maneuvering around that Geo, trying to find another pass, had a few good ones earlier on, trying to line up another one. Has one below, and has one maybe right into the goal, cutting there into the backboard. But guess what? Owen, he is rolling on the defense. That is 4 or 5 saves at this point. I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end, but man, it's just some stellar grabs off the backboard and head on as well. Definitely showing that defensive propensity. As this clock and the second round will ultimately wind down. 5 seconds left. It's me, Ollie, with a recovery. Has an angle and makes some pay. 2 diving out and 1 shot going in. Will be Kronos for the win. All right, so we're gonna roll on to the score screen there. Meantime, hopefully, let's see. Get those invites there from Hellbent / Intoxicated. Looks like I don't have one yet, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know I took these matches really late. I wasn't planning on casting. Then I kind of had a last-minute impulse as my ice cream is now almost fully soup. I really should eat this, huh? Does that count as a chug, Crazy Kid? If I just drink some ice cream soup, that's effectively hydration, right? No, but in any case, let's see. Oh yeah, so if those players from either team there, Intoxicated and Hellbent, are in the chat, I know Bad Internet was there earlier, but just making sure they're aware that they are being streamed. Hopefully they are. But since I don't have an invite at the moment, it seems like, I think, oh here, let me make sure. Make sure I got these teams added. Pretty sure I do, though. Yeah, I have plenty of these players added from last season, I'm confident. So probably not a problem. But alright, so yeah, I'll read the stats in that case while we await some hopeful invites for our master match here in EU. Kronos there, I have 2 points for Dan Mac, 1 assist, 2 stuns. Nelson putting in 10 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 18 stuns. He had Sausage with 13 points and 3 assists as well as 3 steals. 18 stuns. It's me, Ollie, with 11 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 16 stuns. Meanwhile, for the Scarlet Snarlers, Owen with 5 points and 5 saves. Give me 5, Owen, because that was great. But 13 stuns as well, playing that defense and some offense as well for the team. Babajor with 2 saves, also adding to the defensive totals. 1 steal, 26 stuns, leading the brawl department, not only on the team, but on the whole game with a 26. Meanwhile, Ryu with the 1 assist and 12 stuns, also putting in some punches as Young puts in the save, 1 save and 17 stuns. So, I mean, 89% of the saves going for Scarlet Snarlers and 56% of the stuns, but just more so the possession time and the shot attempts, things like that is really where Kronos were heavily favored throughout that. Just relentless is the word, I think, to use. Alright, sorry about that. Just muted myself to make sure I was paying attention to the teams and such. And as I say that, I just get an invite. Indeed. Alright, so I'm going to be back after a brief intermission here. And yeah, join me for Intoxicated versus Hellbent. And yes, I'll get those polls set up as well. Don't you worry.
Meters a second that trickled in at. Steel Scott ever. Dear side to Caesar. Caesar going back to Steel.
Sends it back the other way.
Every time I'm so damn lost to what I loved and what I lost, but let's get lost in love tonight.
Caesar up with Saluna. Saluna walking it in. Saluna. Oh, going up the moon face. I can tell you right now, if I was that goalie, I would have been sure that was going to be a shot. Ooh, a ceiling shot, excuse me, a cloud shot there from Original. Not expecting that, and Paper is going to go up 16 to 10.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. We got Master Tier EU about to start between Intoxicated and Hellbent, and I am absolutely delighted to be here. I'm Palidore, streaming for you guys today, casting for you. Crazy Kit, don't you worry. I got my butter pecan ice cream soup. See, I've been hydrating since ending that round. You know, even in soup form, it's actually delicious. But I think that might be the inner American in me speaking, so I'm sorry, EU folk. That's right. This American is eating butter soup. Classic. Tastes good, though. So, you know what? Judge me all you want. With that, though, between these two teams, in Intoxicated and Hellbent, in the, again, Master Division, you have, now, both these teams, well full of familiar faces. Unfortunately, that's what I get for chugging butter. Unfortunately, though, I haven't been able to see a lot of them this season. Trying to fix that. You don't get some more of these EU matches as I can towards the latter portions of this season. So, glad to see them back. That's the important thing. I'm glad to see both teams back on stream here. Winter, Archie, Finn, and Sundance over on Intoxicated right now. And Hellbent with Multi, Lucky, Oculalan, and Watchdog. So watch out! Round 1 has just started, and in a roundabout way of things, it's Winter wasting no time as the Macarena mocking me. It's Multi getting past him. But with that said, 2 points on the board and a highlight play for multiple reasons. How about it? And as far as hydrating with water, no can do. Mainly because when I tell you this was a last minute cast, these last 2 matches, I really mean it. But that said, Lucky with the disc here over to Sundance on the intercept. Sundance over to Winter. Winter through to the orange zone, but Oculalan will recover. Oculalan with the disc now. Fanning out is Multi to the right side. Meanwhile, left lane, it's Watchdog. Multi from the right, still working up the floor and just biding the time until the disc goes their way. But a big stun coming in from Archie and Finn, but then Lucky taking it back. Locking down on the defense, trying to find a grab on the teammates there as Oculalan and Multi speed down the floor. But Sundance takes it away and sends it way deep into the blue zone, or the orange zone rather. Before getting back on the defense, Winter in the goal, trying to assault the 3 defenders as they now split off and back to the midfield. So Finn with a disc up high, sending it over to Sundance. Sundance working it in from the shoulder, a soft back pass. Ever so softly to Finn. Finn up top, and one more to the shoulder, but crisp when they should have crossed. Winter losing the disc here now. Watchdog a clear right lane. But getting there, no time at all. Sundance with it. Water this time. My voice always hates me. Even yesterday it was suffering for some reason. I casted one match, like my first match last night, and I was already suffering. Terribly inconvenient, I say. If I keep drinking Dr. Pepper, though, eventually it's going to work. Multi with a disc, Multi down low. Great passes, and gets it past the defense. Sort of. Archie had the mitts on it. But it's a 2-point goal, and that's what counts. Regardless of who scored. So tied up. Intoxicated and Hellbent here in Master.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Now, so offensive joust here for Sundance and Co. Sundance a pass over to Finn. Finn immediately cutting it to Winter there before finding Sundance again. You see that double stack defense pressuring pretty well out there. The thing is with double stack, it's risky unless you're really fast. And that's exactly what these teams are, right? So if you can press outside, all 4 players can double stack and press outside of that bubble. You know, as long as they're confident in their ability and their speed to be able to get back into the goal if they need to, hey, it's an excellent way to defend and just keep the pressure on high at a constant. So Watchdog here, some jukes. Multi with the pass off. Lucky sending it down to Watchdog. Watchdog, watch out! There's a 2-point score. Great pass work from the side of Hellbent and really putting in that team play with some pizzazz.
11, 10, 9, 8.
Definitely not as easy as these Master teams make it look, you know, for teams who are coming in newer to the league this season or otherwise, right? You watch these teams and they make it look, well, appropriately masterful.
Blue sends it
That's why definitely glad to stream these teams and always happy to see them, and you know, great source of learning, and something you can learn from that, as Intoxicated and Finn will tie it up. Something you can learn from that is just, yeah, more passing, more team play, and guess what? Go into the anchor shots, or sorry, the anchored passes over to the backboard. That's another thing you'll see a lot of teams at Master and Diamond really doing, because it's so dynamic, right? You go to the backboard, you can anchor shot it, you can juke, you can pass it frontwards to another teammate. Point is, it gives you 3 or 4 dynamic options on offense that can really confuse defenders, because you can go so many ways from that backboard area. That's why it's so strong, and that's why they go to it. So with that, Lockie with the disc here from the left side, exchanging possessions, you know, back and forth. Neither team really holding on for it too long so far in this joust, anyways. Also, shout out to Pawn Stream in there. I don't think I've said hi to you yet. Nate Appleton as well. Welcome to the stream. K9 Maddie also, and Panda Hero. I have many heroes, but pandas are the most heroic of them all. Glad to have you on the stream. Let's see if they can get the bamboozle on the goalkeeper here, and they will bamboozle themselves! So not able to score, and out of the bubble it goes. Now Lockie with the disc, sending that right through. Now we'll be taken back by Winter and Finn. Wow, look at that chain. Impressive on the speed, and on the recovery as well. You see the double chain providing some rebounding there on the opposite lane once it hit off the barrier. So, as I said, I mean, the positioning and the speed of these teams, it's going to get you a lot of great advantages, both on offense and defense, if you can utilize those and not lose each other. That's the trick of it, right, is being able to actually stay connected on those stacks. Just one missed grab with how fast these guys are going. One missed grab, and that could be doom for the entire play, right? Just because the other team, they're just as quick, it seems like. So, gotta take care, take great care. Ben CGF, what's up? Also in the chat, inactive this past week. That's okay, so have I. But will be Finn, very active hands from Sundance on the pass as well. And I had some defense draped, but Finn gets a shot. Up by 4 points. Are Intoxicated. Is Intoxicated? Is are? It always sounds, depending on the team, it's always weird trying to juggle that grammatically. But either way, multi with a disc and multi with a clear. There's that secondary boost coming down the field from a couple of Hellbent players. And then the back line, they're there, but not with a lot of time. There's a take back from Finn. Finn will be off on the shot, but rebound from Sundance. Sundance going in, but a snag from Multi. Multi sending it right through mid lane and deep into the blue. That's going to give a chance for a flat rebound with a stun, and locks it in within 2 points. 3 minutes left still in this first round. But man, is that speed breakneck as ever, and Lockie able to benefit off of it at the end of it. So yeah, 3 minutes still remaining here, but it is close, very close. All right, so now Archie sending one over to Winter. Finn with a disc, Finn up top to the cloud, and immediately turning around to link up for a boost. You see that high mobility, that high agility that we are so well familiar with from these teams. Archie now distributing to the nest. Sundance finishes the shot. Up by 4 again. Fast, decisive, fundamental, all of the above. 17 seconds into that last joust, they were able to score.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game on. It's headed back down.
So on this joust now,
Blue catches the enemy.
we'll be kind of back and forth ping-ponging a little bit.
Out of their zone. Intercepted.
And neither team maintaining too much control off of it. About the chat emotes there, Maddie. Yeah, I agree. I'd love some more emotes. Maybe something for our creators team to take on.
Headed back downfield.
Maybe, possibly.
Blue catches the
But
enemy.
yeah, I'm all for it. Just a matter of, you know,
The other way.
having it available. I am no artiste, unfortunately, so the only emote we have is one of me literally just coughing, which I also just did there when I was on mute briefly. That said, though, glad to get some more stuff on there as we can. Trying to get some more points on the board as Hellbent can. They don't want to fall behind by too much more. You know, it's close in this first round, but when it gets down to the wire like this, you know, minute 20 left, I mean, every single shot, every single mistake for that matter, it's gonna count. and it's going to count all the more. So, trying to space out the floor. No, I like this. They're patient. Granted, they're also being aggressed upon, but the main thing is, yeah, for Intoxicated, they're aware that they don't have to be rushing necessarily because they got a multi-goal advantage, and with 1 minute left, that is a powerful advantage to be at, you know, to force the other teams into being the aggressors and in a zone of, like, discomfort, basically. As a shot goes out, and will be a slam, just right, not even 1 meter, 0 meters, so not a dunk, but also basically a dunk, to bring it back within 2. That's a nice power move from Hellbent. They're gonna have a chance here. Let's see.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So yeah, Twitch chat there, it's sweating a little bit. So are these teams, I guarantee it, feeling the adrenaline right now. Sorry for these mutes, but I'm having a coffin fit. That said, trying to put them in the coffin with one shot. Could it be? Wow, that would have been just dangerous, deadly, and devastating had that gone. Finn with a disc, sending it midways, and barely, and I mean barely. Wow, they are going to be able to finish this one on the round. And that shot would have also been in, but whew, what a stressor. That was almost a incredible game winner there at the end, just that bounce shot. But hey, Intoxicated, they will win it by a narrow 2. But a win is a win is a win. Kit saying, I told you, milk bad. No! Just because I'm lactose intolerant. And just because there are a bunch of almonds or pecans? Do you say pecans or pecans? The thing is, by itself, if I'm just talking about it isolated, I'll say a pecan. But if I'm talking about ice cream, I say, you know, like butter pecan. It's one of those weird things, right? It's like Caribbean and Caribbean. I'll always say Pirates of the Caribbean, but outside of that, I'll also say a Caribbean cruise. So it's like it's contextually dependent. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, but just you know, I'm always, you know me, I'm always thinking about words, so it matters to me. So I'm tossing that out there. Because no one calls it Pirates of the Caribbean, right? And no one calls it a Caribbean cruise. Some people might. I don't know. Anyway, it's all apples and oranges or tomatoes, just to go back to that real quick. Round 2 is about to start. That's the important thing, so let's get back to it. There you go, Callan, exactly. Good. First of all, good morning, Callan. How come you didn't say good morning? The one time it's actually morning. Actually, never mind. It's been afternoon for 20 minutes for me now. But regardless. Here, though, it's going to be Lucky, and they're not going to be mourning that one. It's a new dawn, and Lucky gets it on for the third 3-point hits and the first goal of this round. Nice shot. Punishing that turnover quickly.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And Quinton saying gonna go take a nap a little later. And also shout out to Stupid, which is to say, the name of a Twitch chatter. I'm not calling our viewers stupid, don't you worry. Would never do that. Here though, it's Archie with a disc. Archie sending it over to Finn. Those stacks linking up already defensively, and again, maintaining control. It's always so impressive of how well they're able to keep control of their stacks, even when they're turning full, 180s essentially at times. Now, as I say that, I will jinx them a little bit, and they will get the, have the stack broken up just briefly. But, I mean, they get back together in a hurry. That said, a very hurried stack and a shot from Finn. They're going to get their first 2 points now in round 2, just the same. And back on the board for Intoxicated.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So offensive joust for the first time here in round 2 for Hellbent now. Lucky sending it to the station. Oculalan with a disc. Some brawls in the midfield. The mid-air brawls going on as Watchdog definitely on a watch. All the way up and down the floor. Now, speaking of watches, well, that was not a lot of time. As Sundance, the sundial, dials it in. They're up by 1 for Intoxicated.
11, 10, 9.
Man, blink of an eye. I mean, literally, you see players here faster than my camera can actually keep up. Like at full speed. I cannot keep up with these stacks. And that's a good thing if you're these teams. Maybe less good if you're a camera person, but I think I gotta up my settings somehow just to keep up with EU.
Sends it back
But with that, Oculala now the disc have some good spacing here. Multi and Oculala. Meanwhile, the midfield, you see their stack trying to get together, but trying to offer some variety. Winter there, a double KO with Oculala, but Oculala comes out of it first, just enough to get the clear at least. But Sundance is going to pick that off at the midfield. Now spacing out are the intoxicated players. Is the intoxicated players. Am the intoxicated players. Maybe I'm intoxicated. I don't know. Finn with the disc. Alright, here though, it's going to be off that side, taken by Watchdog. Watchdog intercepted from Finn. Finn deep down to Archie, but intercepted by Oculala.
Back downfield. Interception.
So a lot of back and forth at the moment. Once again, Lockie there, slinging it. I was going to say slapping, but I knew it was incorrect. I just had to find the word. But slapping it over, slinging it over to the bow tie, recovering quickly. There's the double stackage, and right into the midfield again. Winter now with a ramp clear. Maybe even a ramp shot, but there was, of course, a lot of defense in the way. Picked off now on the rebound by Watchdog. Just underarms it over to Lockie. Lockie dodging and resetting to Oculala, just briefly enough at least to get some spacing out. They could not find the catch, however, so that's going to be sent back to the side panel. But rebounding it off the Pac-Man will be Lockie. Lockie now has some options, but held onto for just a little too long, unfortunately. So that's going to be a turnover going now. Archie trying to punish and deliver that to the male slot. Stamping it in, maybe will be a rebound from Archie, and Archie backs it out to the station. Sundance here with a disc. Sundance now, another reset wisely over to Winter. Now Winter from the side panel also being stunned and splintered at that. See if they can get some spring into their step. Don't want to let it fall this summer. But over here it's going to be Lucky and loses that out. What a bummer. Back to the side panel, Winter the disc. Just again, back and forth. I mean, neither team, as soon as I say someone has possession, the possession changes, it seems like, the last couple minutes of action here. Sundance, though, trying to change that and gain a little bit of that offensive traction if they're able to. Finn with the disc now. Q being has to avoid Lockie and company. Archie now from that pack, but again, so aggressive is this defense playing outside, not stacking anymore, now just kind of splitting into some zoning and man marking. Sundance, though, marking down the goal. X marks the spot with a ... and they're up 6-3. Putting in all of the moves, a full platter of them.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so launching out now, we'll be taking here Lockie and Watchdog attached. That's going to be a clear and a boost down the floor. Will be taken now by Winter, it looks like, but doesn't have a lot of time. In fact, no time at all, but Winter at least able to get a double stun on the two defenders. So for Intoxicated, they'll still be able to get the disc back, not a problem. Now Sundance sending it deep down. There's the chains, and will be taken back by Watchdog, but back by Archie. Archie, too tough of an angle. Right from that bottom corner. A tough one to hit, but luckily for them, they got the rebound. Good positioning. So less luck, more just floor awareness. You can see everyone now space really, really well on the offense. Sundance is going to dive on in, but being taken out by Lucky. So Lucky looking for a grab, just misses it on the stack, but Oculala and Multi are still going to be there. Sundance, though, gets back in time and finds Finn. So Finn is going to send that up now, and Archie will eventually gather that. The players on defense getting back into the orange bubble. Just quickly switching in and out of that bubble in no time at all. Will be Archie now, but Multi the save, Archie the putback dunk. Great defense, but just a quicker offense, it seems, in that particular juncture. Nice stop, though.
9, 8, 7, 6.
So you see that persistence. I mentioned the positioning, the spacing from Intoxicated, buying them some more shot attempts. And, you know, bearing the fruit of those labors as the end of the round looms. Just a big cornucopia, basically, of shots, rebounds, and shots again. But deep into the midfield, will be taken by Watchdog, and watch out, they've got another goal, and they're back within 2 again. This is looking a little bit familiar to where we saw round 1 start to play out. 2 points. It was a 2-point win in round 1, 10-8 for Intoxicated. Right now, we're about at the same pace, similar pace at the very least. Yeah, did the sneak. Even threw it was multifaceted, even. Although I know, supposedly, Yeah, but you know, the whole Fruit of the Loom thing, cornucopia, doesn't exist. I stand by the fact that it certainly did.
Interception.
People trying to Mandela affect me. Anyway. Watchdog here with a disc, though, from the roots. Searching for a teammate over at the left side. Duck through, but anticipated pretty well by Winter there. You saw the duck, but just couldn't find any space, it seemed. Archie's gonna fling that deep down as Sundance splits off. Sundance gets the shot. They're back up by 4. So back to where they were just a minute or two ago, but time a little bit less, so not going to be as pleasant of a situation for the side of Hellbent. You know, they can still come back, certainly. It's just time. It's going to be of the essence, but as we saw in the first round, I mean, they were trading goal for goal at a certain point, and they were very, very close to not only just the you know, the clutch, the plays at the end with the defense, and you know, but able to turn into the offense and able to almost actually get a game winner from what I recall. I think it was Lucky who shot that. I might be incorrect, but there was that bounce shot towards the end of round 1, and that was so close to being a game winner, a round winner for Hellbent, and definitely a tough miss on that one. But you know, with that, they're still within reach, plenty reach. 2:17 remaining. Again, just that 4-point advantage for Intoxicated. So, for Intoxicated, they'd love to just close this out in a sweep, absolutely. But they let up on that pedal whatsoever. You're going to see Hellbent most certainly making another one of those runs. This is a team who can do exactly that. Rest assured. But yeah, we did get a dropout, as you guys see, hence the timeout that we're currently awaiting the conclusion to. And definitely unfortunate timing. Not something you'd love to see, especially towards the latter parts of rounds, and definitely mattering a lot here. So it's not a pleasant thing. The realities of online gaming, though, from time to time, right? So just the hope is that it doesn't affect them. They're able to get back into it and still, get back into the game, score once or twice, tie it up, maybe even overtime if we're lucky. We'll see. Tough part definitely is just being able to not basically forget about it and not find yourself in a position where your rhythm is all thrown off and iced off of an unfortunate tech issue there. So we'll see what happens, though. We'll take this opportunity real quick as well. Of course, shout out aside of everyone in the Twitch chat who, again, thankful for you guys joining us and joining me on one of my first UCasts in a while. Did do a venues one some weeks back, but trying to do more of them, at least in the latter parts of the season, if I can just get a more human sleep schedule. That's the most important thing. So, but yeah, that's why I'm at least here right now, because I'm fresh for once, and so are these teams. Yeah, for Hellbent, though, coming in again at that Master Division so far in this cycle, 2 and 5. Trying again as we go into the Challengers Cup, trying their best to, either avoid being in that Challengers Cup, or if nothing else, at least going into it with momentum. Any kind of victories you get in the final weeks leading up to a Challengers Cup, you can definitely use that to propel you as a team. Same for the Diamond teams. Diamond teams who are searching to become Master teams, right? That was the case in Cycle 1, where everyone who got into Masters off of the first Challengers Cup, they were all Diamond teams right before. So we saw kind of a changing of the guard, and anything you can do in the final weeks before Challengers Cups, it's going to be good. It's going to be great, even. Take a visit to the Blue Tunnel. But yeah, with that, let's see, Anticipation killing Kit right now. And one asking what are the pause rules for VRML? Are you asking? Is that like a rhetorical thing? Is that like Mike Hugh? You're telling me, hey Pally, you should detail the rules for the folks at home. Which of course, yeah, one timeout, one in-game like mid-match timeout per team per series. Which is to say, a series is considered all 2 or 3 games, best of 3. So each team is able to take one up to 5 minutes. So we're kind of nearing there. And teams are also allowed intermission timeouts between rounds, which is separate from the mid-match ones. So after a round ends, teams can also take up to 5 minutes in total between rounds. Now, also, yeah, as a kid is pointing out too, if it is a connection thing and a player needs to be replaced, then you're afforded up to 15 minutes in those events if you have to actually replace a player because of, connection issue and they can't play anymore. But with that, looks like we're good to go. A quick shout out also to our sponsors, HyperX casting on a quadcast at the moment. Quadcast S, of course, Hyperion Products, VR Cover, VRWare.net, Pro2 VR, Rebuff Reality. And right now, the reality of this situation is they need a very, very fast score for Hellbent. This one, though, is going to get them all bent out of shape as Sundance gets the 3. Immensely damaging is that to put them up 13-6. Ouch, that may be a dagger. It's not a guarantee, but it is close to being one at this point, because now Hellbent basically just needs an immediate series of scores, a few of them, to make up this difference. And the turnover here, that's just going to undo their chances at that potential comeback. Taking it up is Watchdog. Watchdog a clear through mid lane, immediately on their reapproach. They needed it, they got it! Lucky! What a 3 that was! 17 meters down, but did you see that release? I mean, sped right into it off of that stack. Look at how fast it got down the floor. And just boom, boom, and boom. Bang, 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 bang as well. This match now, like I said, it's not impossible. It's still tough, but it's not impossible. They need to score, and they need to cause a turnover first, of course. But they need to score 2 points, or 2 goals in this next minute. A turnover may be about to happen there, let's see. But a stun there, baiting it out was Finn, able to shield. However, Akilalan does get it. So that's going to be sent over to Watchdog. Watchdog flinging it deep down, but it's going to be Archie in the way of that recovery. Potentially denying the last opportunity for Hellbent to get back into this game. 34 seconds left. So let's see. Oculal now with the disc, but as I said, that time is just about gone, unfortunately. And they're really getting stuck up here. You see Winter dealing a lot of damage to that stack for Hellbent, not enabling them to move at all. Another mail slot from Locky is going to be off, and time is gone, unfortunately, as far as coming back in this match. So with one more fling on the clear, it's Sundance out of the way. Meanwhile, Winter and Finn are there to maybe just finish this off, and Winter is coming for the 3-point hit. 16-9, and that is it. A big shot there from Winter. Wasn't the game-defining one, but still a nice way to cap it off for them. Unfortunate there for Hellbent, certainly, because they were playing well in both rounds. Went right down to the last minute of both rounds 1 and 2. So definitely made a great game out of it. It was so very close. But then I think, between that 3-point hit that I think it was Sundance that hit it after the timeout, and then the timeout itself as well. Both of those factors are really what kind of made the difference and shifted that momentum just dramatically enough towards the end to get the win for Intoxicated. But yeah, it was still a good match. Of course, always a selfish part of me wishing it could have been a 3-rounder, and we were so close. But now with that, it will be just the two round sweep, and Intoxicated able to have some success here. So I'll bring up my stats. There we go. And yeah, we'll be Intoxicated, led by Sundance with 11 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, 10 stuns. That is a pretty major stat line for Sundance. 5 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 1 steal, 33 stuns for Winter. Finn with 6 points, 1 assist, 23 stuns, 1 steal as well. And then Archie with 2 points, 3 assists, 1 save, and 9 stuns. Over for Hellbent, it was Lucky with 8 points to lead it, 2 assists, 4 saves, also the game high. 1 steal, 36 stuns, also the game high. So look, Lucky there. I mean, doing some work. Has the game high in saves, has a game high in stuns, and team high in points. So some big efforts from Lucky there. Multi as well, putting in an assist and 3 saves. Some good defense for sure. 10 stuns. Akilalan, the one who crashed, so it looks like the stats didn't get pulled over, unfortunately. So don't worry, he has more than 1 stun. I just couldn't tell you the full stats in that particular case. Usually I think they're supposed to get saved, but sometimes they just don't for some reason. But Watchdog in there with 5 points, 1 assist, and 27 stuns as well. So yeah, with that, that will do it. Let me finish out that prediction poll for you guys. All right, there you go. And yeah, I mean, with that, I think that'll do it. I didn't take on any other streams after this, but of course we do have venues coming up in about 1 hour, a little bit less than an hour from now. So go and tune into the VRML main channel. Of course, for that, I mean, it'll be hosted here on channel 1, 2, and 3 also. They'll be all hosting the main channel. And yeah, we'll have venues coming up. Got a couple matches for you today in venues. Which will be, well, first, Nant Esport versus Blank, and then we also got in an NA match there, as it was hyped and available and playing early. We got Shadow versus Arsenic there in the Silver Division of North America. So got a couple matches for you. Of course, tomorrow we also have more venues on the way. And yeah, these venues events technically not region specific. It's just the timings are made so it's more conducive to, you know, one region or the other, but technically any region can play in either venue's showcase. So, you know, we'll see that pretty soon. But until then, thanks guys for joining. It's been fun. Thanks for the hydration kit, even though I was stubborn and drank melted ice cream essentially. It still hydrated me, sort of. Appreciate that. And yeah, I think that will do it for us here. So until, well, our venues showcase in less than an hour. Basically, what, about 50 minutes from now. Starting at the 30-minute mark, so a little bit different than usual, but yeah. I've been Palidore. This has been VR Master League Channel 1. Thanks for watching. All you guys be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other as always. I'm going to get water, don't you worry. And yeah, we'll see you again really soon. Take care.
We're underway.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.